everybody, Lisa Fry with My Mystical Life, shutting off my ringer, because that's what I need to do, and setting it over here. Wishing I had a cup of coffee, but I didn't make one, so I guess I'll just do water, which is fine. Sitting here with my Super 7, my Shamanite, which is something that Sam bought for me the other day, and it is amazing, amazing, amazing. I hope you guys are geared up for the classes that we have coming up. Sam's class, let me get this straight because, let me get it straight. I'm going to tell you guys the wrong thing. That would be, bad. I actually posted something on a wrong date anyways. And I felt like a moron, but whatever, it happens. It happens. So where is that thingy? Where is the schedule? So on the membership right now, oh, there it is. On the membership right now, we have our interview with Tammy Manzo. Also, you guys, if you didn't notice, when you get on the personal community, there is a, what in the world? Where am I? Oh, here I am. Okay, I found myself. Look, there I am. There's a personal link to straight to Tammy Manzo's site in the community, in our private community. So if you guys are on the private community and you're looking for Tammy, look no further, because I put a link directly from the community to Tammy, because she's just that important. Okay. So what do we have coming up? This week we have, see, I lost it that quickly. Oh, here we are. What is today? Today's the 5th. So on the 8th, I know you guys are super, super excited about a couple things that we have coming up this week. Because, how do I know? You have told me. On the 8th, Tammy's absolutely fabulous, you guys. If nothing else, you just sit there and you look at her energy. She is so fabulous. She really is. So on the 8th, Sam's talking about calcite. You guys, he's going to rock your socks off with this class. He has been working on this class like hell won't have it. And of course, this is the one we're giving away on September 5th. It is as big as my head. I'm not holding it forward to the camera. It is this big. So if you're not part of the membership, you guys, we're super affordable. We're $11.11 a month at the silver level for all of these classes we're talking about. So super exciting. Anyways, I need to share it. There's my husband. He's on Troll Patrol, maybe. Maybe he's on Troll Patrol. I don't know. We don't have any quite yet, honey. They haven't caught up with us yet. So it's okay. We're not that bad off on Troll. So I'm going to share just a hot second because I feel like I'm supposed to. And then we're going to just jump off into readings today. So hell won't have it. Yeah. So I'm going to share to some different places that I like to share, that I've been very successful not getting trolls, but whatever. Hey, you know what? Trolls are a thing. It's okay. They need love and light too. Okay, so let me get this out of the way really quickly. I like that group right there. If I do any more than just this next one, I'm going to be put into some sort of Facebook jail. So let me see the one I want to share to. Let's go and do something different. Let's do this one. Okay, so hi everybody. Listening while driving to the store. Awesome. So the classes we have coming up this week are, we did Tammy Manzo on the 4th. You guys can, if you join, you can still see that, and the grounding class, and the remote healing with Sam. On the 8th, we have Sam's ice calcite class, and let me tell you, it's not just an ice calcite class. He's covering all the bases on calcite. You guys will be rocked and shocked at how well his class is looking. I'm just impressed. On the 9th, I'm going to take you guys on a walking tour of ancient Lemuria. So I'm really excited about that. What time are the classes? The classes are recorded, so they come out as soon as I get up in the morning, and since I'm on Hawaii time, I'm 6 hours behind Eastern. So as soon as I get up in the morning that I announce these classes are they're up, they're out. So probably about noon-ish on the days I talk about. The walking tour of Lemuria, I'm really excited about. It's going to be done with Entrance. It's going to be recorded because I really feel comfortable doing it that way. And I already know that on this, Sam said this stuck up. I already know that I'm going to meet up with Metatron on this trans journey. I already know it because he's already been up, I hate to say up in my face about it, but he's already been like, oh yeah, this is a thing, man. This is a thing. And he wants to talk about Akashic calls because the Akashic calls are parked right there. And here, let me put the links up here. This is how you get to the locations, you guys. The first one is to sign up. The second one is the free Claire's class, What's My Claire? And then the third one is Shamanic Journey. And we're going to talk about Shamanic Journey in a minute. I really want to get into a bunch of readings today. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. So as I was sitting here this morning, kind of contemplating my walk to Lemuria, because I was supposed to go to the beach this morning and do this. And I didn't feel good last night, and I didn't feel good this morning. So I've been sitting here working on something else. And Friday morning is when I am going to go to the beach, and I'm going to sit and do this walking tour to the beach, on the beach, and record it there. So I'm really excited to be able to do it right on the shores of this ancient civilization. How amazing is that? I'm so totally blessed every day in every way, and I hope everybody on here feels that way. We are all blessed, all blessed. The degree of realization of how blessed we are is what can, and I hate to say this, but controls our awareness and our happiness factor. When you can sit back and go, I'm so lucky, even if I've had tough lessons, tough spots in my life, I'm lucky to have learned them early on, and I can move forward a little bit more effortlessly now. That is when we can move forward in happiness and joy, and just be happy that we're learning lessons. The energy is heavy right now from the moon. Yes, I agree, Leslie. I'm having a rest. I had to stop. I was going to skip this today because I'm like, I am determined. This is me, guys. This is totally me. I am determined to finish my project because I started it. And I will finish it, but it's going to be finished tomorrow. And I thought, hell with it. I'll work on it tomorrow after I get back from the beach. Okay. So what am I working on? Really quickly, and then we're going to get into readings. So if everybody wants to share, yay! Within the next 2 days, I will have the sign-up sheet out for the Shamanic Apprenticeship. I have been working diligently on this for the last couple days, and it takes that much time just to get the presentations out there to get it sign up. Okay, so it's not just like I'm just throwing it out there. It's just so much more involved than that. I'm having to go make presentations and all sorts of stuff. And this will include our shamanic class that has been on the old teaching site. So this will be something they can use as well. But we are going to be going over everything from our sacred tree to our animal totems, our spirit guides, communing with nature at every turn. People that take this apprenticeship are going to be so tired of their guides, not really, but so tired of journey work because it's going to be involved in every class. And that's what this is. That's what shamanic is when you are learning, you're really incorporating yourself into the energies of earth and elements and just all of above and all of below. It's just amazing. So that is, and I say you're going to be tired of it, no, I'm kidding. I absolutely love journeying. And so that's going to be out. This is not a fast course. If you've taken my late bloomers, I like to go slow. I like you to assimilate those energies. And this is a year-long apprenticeship. This is not a one-day Reiki class. It's not what that is. This is your class comes out at the beginning of the month. You have time to do the journeys and go through what's explained in each one of the journeys and why we're doing it and all the comprehensive information that comes with it. And then at the end of that month, we have one whole day that we're going to, one afternoon that we're going to sit down and we're going to talk. We're going to have a Zoom room and we are going to talk about everything you experience that you want to discuss. Some things on these journeys you may not want to discuss. They're very deep. So, but it is going to be a Zoom of whatever you guys want to talk about that afternoon, about questions for your previous lesson, all of those things in your journeys. So, like I said, it's not a Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am class. It's not Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am. Okay. And people that are on the membership, our current membership, will get a discount. So that's a thing. That is a thing. Anyhow, hey Kaja. That's what I've been working on. It's the next step in what we're doing. And originally was the purpose of this online teaching thing. This and launching the late bloomers, but transformed. Okay. Not where you sure where you should start. You go with what feels right, because really that is a part of that's your intuition. That's your intuition. And the good thing about the shamanic journey class, I didn't list it as a late bloomers class, because it's you can start there because we're starting with communication, the elements of communication, and you will be taught to ground, center, and protect at the beginning of that class. But you can start there as a healer and learn as you go. So you don't have to take the late bloomer classes to do this, but it's more of a advanced energy, but you ease into it. So it's not hard. It's so easy. It's so easy that I did it. Okay, let's move on. Let's do some readings. If everybody could share lots of imagination. And that is some of our first journeys are all about creating and giving ourselves permission to engage our imagination. It is amazing, amazing. Okay, let's do some readings, you guys, because that is where we're geared towards today. Okay, so I'll be scrolling back and forth as always. Look, my hair's all fluffy today. I just didn't feel like doing anything today. Okay. Okay. Deborah Mexel. So you have something in your life that you need to take some time and re-examine, and I'll tell you how they showed me this. They're talking about going backtracking and actually taking like a seam ripper and taking out some stitches and going, okay, I understand that I might not have actually laid the foundation for something that I want in the future as well as I could have. So now I'm going to turn around, I'm going to go back, I'm going to pull that little piece of thread, I'm going to unravel it until it's just perfect spot for me, and then I'm going to move forward again. So what they're talking about is your manifestation, the way you're saying some things. You're putting a lot of can'ts out there, can'ts and buts. I'll tell you what, you guys, the buts are what get us, okay? We have to stop with the buts and the can'ts. I am going to be successful. I am successful. I am prosperous. Live in the moment of that am. I am there. I am that. I am this. I am amazing. I am incredible. I am such an incredible energy and spirit. And when you can start to live in that joy, as when all of a sudden everything else falls into place. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to take a step back, look and see what it is you're talking about in a negative manner, and then adjust your thought process. If you've not watched The Secret, please watch The Secret on Netflix. Okay, moving on. Sonia, yes, I am human. Sometimes I think I'm, superhuman. I don't know. Wonder Woman. It's okay. I'm all good with it. Aloha. Aloha. Hi, Tammy Bakalarski. Tammy, they're saying, what is that you're saying? take a half a step back. It's not a full step. That's not what they're saying. They're actually just showing me half a step back, like a shuffle back. And you need to talk about something. You need to vocalize something with somebody. I definitely get this throat chakra feeling. And it actually feels like it's on maybe one side of the family that you can't speak to as much as clearly as you can somebody else. So just make sure that you're not losing contact with somebody that over something silly that none of us can change. I don't know. That's what they say. That's what they say. Okay, moving on. Moving on. You guys, just when that crystal class comes out, you're gonna go, boom, mind blown. If he does classes like this every month, I'm gonna have to step up my game. I'm gonna have to step up my game because I'm going, dude, what are you doing? Making me look bad. I love that man of mine. He really is very detailed. Very detailed. Okay, scrolling through. Leslie sending all the trolls love before the hunting begins. Isn't it so funny? They've been hitting us in the middle of the night when Sam and I are sleeping because we're 6 hours behind Eastern. And I actually forgot to turn my phone off last night. So I heard them and I got up and I took care of them. And all I could think was, what position, what situation has them where they go out and do this? Do they actually do readings? Are they actually connected? I'm curious. Not enough to give them my credit card numbers, but just curious because my heart does, I want to send them love and just be like, I wish you all the best. Okay, moving on. You guys are just like talking back and forth. I love it. Just talking. Leslie, I want to say, I know I'm supposed to talk to you. I think I was supposed to talk to you today, wasn't I? I probably was, yeah. My day got screwed up. I want to talk about your crown chakra. And I definitely get this feeling of being pulled up from the back of my neck. So almost as if they're oh, what is that? Talking about like pulling on your spinal column a little bit and shaking out some energy. Shaking out some, I don't know if you have any tightness or anything like that, but they're talking about doing some stretching and really make sure your neck. I'm one to speak. That's about as far as my neck goes. Make sure you're taking care of your back and your body because you need to be doing some stretches or something along those lines. Don't know. Let me put your crown chakra, really. Woof, you must have it open. I'm reading you guys. I'm going through. Oh, she's only 4 hours away from home now. Talking about Isis. I know Erin's super excited. She has been away for a while. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Has anybody watched Onward? Onward on Disney Plus? I'm learning that we are here to learn, and when we are done, we leave our physical body and go home. This is Deborah Mixwell. Absolutely, every single time. And here's the thing: we can have hundreds and hundreds of lives, hundreds and hundreds, and each time we may get just a sliver of our lesson. We may feel like we learned the whole thing, but just know that we are constantly learning. And when we go, I think that's my lesson. I got it. That's great. Guess what? They move the goalpost and they say, oh, look, another lesson. And so this happens from the other side too, is our guides are watching what we're doing. They're here to help us, but they're also here to help us move our goalposts so that we can go, okay, we've gotten this far. Let's refresh our contracts and bring in new information. So we are constantly learning. We don't just get a moment where we can stop and be like, oh, that's really great. No, we're always learning, learning. Okay, moving on, moving on. Kala wants it all. I want it all. Yeah, I tell you what, and I'm going to tell you about that. I was so blessed to have found shamanism. I've been doing it for over a decade now. And I put myself backwards on my blah, 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 my spiritual journey because I was determined, like I am, when you see me going full barrels, that's how I was on my spiritual journey. I'm like, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn this. Can you guys imagine me putting classes together, but doing it with my spiritual journey instead? And what I did is I set myself back. So I had to learn that, yes, we can do all the things we want to do, but we have to moderate that. We have to do it with joy and open ourselves up to the fun of it because it's not a job. It really isn't a job. This is really quite a beautiful thing to do. Moving on. Katja, I have butterflies for you. Purple butterflies. Purple and black butterflies. They're absolutely gorgeous. Then I see some that are flying further and further away. So they're talking about your journey getting bigger and bigger and bigger and expanding. So I really love that. Butterflies. Butterflies. Gianna Sarn. I want to say that the first thing is there is, I don't know if it's a ringing in your ear or what, but I definitely know that there's somebody trying to get your attention. They're trying to talk to you. They're trying to get you to pay attention to the little things that are happening in your life that they're laying in front of you. So they're like, I can't believe she's not noticing these little things, these little tells that are like, hey, here I am, because it's almost as if it's something that you would pick up that you would go, oh, I remember when so-and-so had this. And then you just set it down. You don't go any further than that. They're trying to give you images. They're trying to give you information. They're trying to talk to you. So make sure you're paying attention to some of the things around you that may be from past loved ones, because when you see those, that's them saying, hey, I'm here. Don't doubt that I would ever come back because I love you. No matter what happened in life, I love you. And that's what they want you to know. Okay. Good. Linda Fortune, I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to show me. They're showing me you looking under a carpet or a rug for something that you've lost. I don't know if you have something particular that you've lost. Sam's got to get back to work. I don't know if you have something particular that you've lost you can't find, but it's almost like they show you picking up a rug and have an aha moment. Like, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Would you look at it? So I think that you're going to find something that you misplaced a while ago fairly soon. I don't know. I'm awful at missing objects. So there we go. Terrible at it. I don't mind telling you guys I'm terrible at something. It's not a problem. Gidget says, I wish I could organize myself for a few classes. You know, the good thing about the membership is you can watch them at your leisure, Gidget. $11.11 a month. You can watch them at your leisure. We are a fun people, though. We are absolutely a fun people. I had someone say something to me in a private message this morning, and I was like, I can't post that on the page. She goes, everybody has a great sense of humor. I'm like, yeah, but you know, maybe somebody else could post it with something like Magic Mike or something. I'm like, I can't do that. We are fun. Moving on. Moving on. Let me go back to, I need to share a little bit more. I don't know why I feel the need to share it today. It is a thing. So obviously I'm missing something. Where is this one? Looking for a specific one. And I don't see it. Ooh, Brittany Love. Hold on just a second. I'm looking for the specific one I wanted to share to you, but I don't see it. Huh. Why don't I see it? I highly did feel like it left my phone. Oh, there it is. I just was missing it, that's all. You see me just sharing away. Aren't I exciting? I'm so exciting. I'm actually cooking dinner today. I know, it's scary. But Sam's working 12s, so, he needs to get some rest when he gets home. Okay, let me see. One more place. One more. Come on. Let's do, I don't know about that one. That one don't feel right. I don't like that one. And what happens if your gut tells you, don't share to that one? Then you don't. Then you don't. Okay, let's see. Come on, just one more. Let's go here. Okay. All right, so let's get back to it. Brittany Love. Brittany, I know this is an odd question. Have you ever had anybody that would go, got your nose, or mess with your nose? When I was a kid, my grandpa used to give us Eskimo kisses. Eskimo kisses where you rub the noses together, and that was an Eskimo kiss. I definitely get this this feeling of somebody messing with your nose. And normally I would say this is angel communication, that you're really supported with the angels, and I could definitely say that Michael is around you. But this feels like it's more than that. It feels like somebody wants to go, got your nose, got your nose. So it would have been more probably along the lines of a grandfather figure, a great-grandfather figure, maybe an uncle, I don't know. But they're just talking about, and it was a safe person. It was somebody you might have felt safe around and loved. And that is the image I get with that, because that's what I would have gotten from my grandfather as well. So just know that that person is around you. Moving on. It just says, once upon a time, I had your energy and drive. I know, but this is what I do though to keep the energy up. I really do. I keep myself out working with people and helping, hopefully helping people understand that this is so accessible. It's so accessible for everybody to touch on. It isn't a out of the way or exclusive gift that one or two people are born with. It is an everything for everybody gift. And everybody's intuitive, and that's where I get my energy from. Caitlin, I'm just gonna say Caitlin Kelgako. I'm horrible at that name. There's a song, hold on. Dance. It's like the dance. I don't know who sings it. I hear the song, the words, the dance. I hear a couple, and we danced, and that's all I got. So that's all I know about that. And I believe it's country western. I'm not sure, but they're talking about slowing down and finding a rhythm. And this is what it's about. It's about the slow dance. It's about slowing down and finding your rhythm, not just with yourself, but with people around you as well. Because I feel like there's some static. There's something's out of joint, and how do you tell what it is? You slow down and you discuss things and you dance. It's really, what is a relationship but an energetic dance? It's about connection, and that's what they say, slow down. And I'm not saying it's even a love relationship. It could be just a family member. I don't know. But they're saying there's some needs to be some understanding, because there's some shift coming within one person's energy. And if it hasn't started happening already, when it does, it'll be very obvious. Okay. Isabel Palomino. Isabel, I want to give you an animal totem. I'm going to give you an animal totem. It's a giant sloth. I'm sitting here looking at it going, really, you guys? Come on. Spare me here. But no, it really is a giant sloth, and it's quite beautiful. And the thing that this animal totem is about, and what the guides are really on a pattern about today, is slowing down. Everybody needs to slow down. We all need to look at what we're doing, look at our thought processes, bring some closure to situations that no longer serve us, bring in joy and happiness. And when we can slow ourselves down and really reach out energetically, because that's what happens, we become more aware. And that's what they're talking about for you. Examine things carefully and slowly, and then move forward on them, because you have some decisions that are going to come up that you're going to go, well, that's a curveball. And they're not bad ones, but it is just going to be, it's going to throw you off base a little bit. So slow down, think about things practically, and then move forward. Slowly. Wait. Slowly. What is it? Zootopia. I just can't. That sloth in Zootopia cracks me up. Okay, yeah, we watch cartoons. We watch cartoons. I will never forget the first time I took the kids to see Shrek in the movie theater, because we were on the cusp. We were on the cusp of going from cute kids animation to whatever the hell's going on nowadays. And we're sitting in the theater, and the kids are little, and and all of a sudden Shrek jumps into the mud puddle, and he starts fart bubbles. Just mortified to take my kids to it. They loved it. Of course they did. They're my husband's children. They are obnoxious like him. So anyways, yeah, we watch cartoons. Okay, sorry. Moving on. Crystal glass, woo woo. Crystal glass, I know. Oh, oh man, you guys, Sam is really hitting it. He's hitting it out of the park. And when we get back home, you guys are going to be shocked and amazed about the really cool things we have coming. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I want to do Bradley Leister. Bradley, they would love you to carry a piece of jet in your pocket. Jet is very light. It's actually called the witch's stone as well, which, it's here nor there, but it is a protection stone. It helps block negative energy as well. So they're saying just a little piece. You guys know that it doesn't really matter how big the crystal is. Okay, you can have a little crystal, a big crystal, same vibration. So just have a little piece of jet in your pocket to go through the day with. You'll feel better at the end of the afternoon. Your energy will feel lighter. You'll have a better smile on your face, and it's just going to help you get through your day a whole lot more efficiently. So, yay. Yay. Okay. Aww. I love you, Katja. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I have talked my father into a trip to Europe next year. Actually, I talked him into Scotland and Ireland, because it's Scotland's his bucket list thing. Of course, there's some things, and I'm saying this because Katja's over there, and she's down south in Italy, and Ellie's up in Ireland. But he's going to have limits on what he can do. So I might be down to you in a 2022 situation, as long as he can travel next year, because this COVID thing has to roll over, because he only has the one lung. He had a lung transplant, and he's only able to go 15 feet and then stop and take a break. But 15 feet will get you 15 feet further than you were back that way, and he can go slow. And he's talking about getting a scooter. So I'm like, let's do it, man. I will ride on the back of your scooter and we will go across Scotland and Ireland. So if you guys get pictures of that's what's going on. Ah. My water sound is back. You know, the only thing I could think it would be my computer. There is no water. There's nothing running. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing. Diana Bradley, I don't know why I need to tell you about peanuts, but you need peanuts. I don't know if it's for the bird. Do you feed your bird peanuts? Because I don't know if you're running out of peanuts or something that we're talking about peanuts here. I do animal communication, you guys. I don't offer it. I should offer it. Every once in a while I have a couple of people that know I do it and they're like, I want that in my reading today. And I'm like, okay. I'm definitely seeing peanuts and I see it in a bird's beak. So I really think it's your bird. So I don't know if you don't feed peanuts, maybe some special treat that the bird hasn't had in a while. I don't know. I don't know. Your bird is demanding. Actually, let's just stay there for a second because I'm sitting here and the bird is like really demanding. Almost to the point where he wants to pull on the shirt like this when he's displeased or she's displeased. I don't know I'm horrible at gender on animals. And the other thing I get is playing in the hair, which is, it's blanket because that's what birds do. But it's cleaning the beak as well. I'm not quite sure if he's frustrated about something or what his deal is or her deal is. I'm not quite sure. But there's something that the bird's missing that's normal. And like it back, please. Oh, gotta love it. You want what I've been drinking? That's just water. There's no grape juice in the house. None. Okay, so I'm gonna do Marta. I hear old westerns. I hear Bonanza, which usually means it's somebody that's passed away that really enjoyed old westerns and that type of thing. Or, and I actually hear spaghetti westerns. I hear spaghetti westerns. Those would have been really interesting B movies that were taped over in Italy when we were having problems. I don't know why we weren't taping them here. Maybe the actors were cheaper in Italy, but I definitely hear spaghetti westerns. So they would be maybe off-brand westerns that weren't quite mainstream. And that feeling of watching beautiful scenery and sunsets and liking to be out in nature. I'm not quite sure. It was somebody that was very homey and felt like, and another, okay, wait, hold on. I also get the feeling of who is that? They're showing me old television programs of Aunt Bee from Andy Griffith's show. Somebody that it was like a homey feeling. It's a very homey feeling. Like you were at home in a spot when you were younger, and this is what they're trying to bring in. And that's the image that they want you to be able to refer to as, I remember when I was a kid and XYZ made me very happy. And that's what they want you to think about because that person's with you. Okay, moving on. Lori Spears. When I hear Crown Chakra, I think of Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan? No? I am from the 80s. Leslie, my crown is open. I have been really connected. I see my previous Lemurian life like a movie real time. That's awesome. I have a slip disc in my neck. Okay, and a bulging bulging one in my back. I know. Posture. You guys, this is the world's most uncomfortable chair. I know where you're at, Leslie. This is the world's most uncomfortable chair. I've been sitting in a kitchen chair now doing this for 2 months almost, and I'm totally right. Totally right. Okay. Debbie Hoff. Debbie Hoff. I'm just scrolling through, you guys. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. Sharing is caring. And everything I talk about, you guys, you can find here, right here. See, here, right here, right there. Right, hold on. There we go. All of our links there. And the only thing I don't have up there is these links right here. These are the links that'll take you to our classes. We have late bloomers, which are people that didn't quite realize that they were an intuitive until a little bit later on in life. Development classes, intuitive development classes. And we have found a way to make them super affordable so that everybody can afford it. It is like the basic is $11.11 a month. And that gets you at least 4 classes and a guided meditation. So that is the $11.11 a month, and the top link is the late bloomers membership. Everything we talk about, you guys, we have a blast. We have so much fun. But the classes we try to make super informative, filled with information. We've done so far, because this is fairly new for us, we've done ancient Lemurian, we've done grounding, we've done centering. We've done interviews. We have a member spotlight coming up. It's going to be with our very own Leslie Mason here. I've got to get on the ball and do that interview. So we have so many incredible things going on in addition to the things that are coming up. So let me go into that really quickly. What do we have going on? On the 8th, we have also part of our membership is just as a wow, we love you guys. Everybody gets put into the membership drawing. So that means every month we give something away. And I made the mistake of making my husband in charge of this. And he likes to buy large crystals. That's all I can say. God, I love that man. And I didn't realize that what I had done, I created a monster. I'm sorry. But so on the 8th, he's always going to do a class on the crystal that he's giving away for that month. So on September 5th, we're going to give away, oh God, this crystal. It is as big as it looks. It is almost as big as my head. It is huge. It's ice calcite. It is incredibly healing, as well as Sam's using it for every healing session he does. So it is impregnated with healing energy. It is like boom. So anyways, that class is on the 8th, ice calcite class. On the 9th, I'm walking you through trance, through ancient Lemuria. I will take you on where I go to meditate, and I actually know I'm going to be able to describe flowers already. There's one place I don't know what it is, but they're not going to tell me that yet, so I guess I'm not ready. But we talk about going behind the buildings of where I usually working into meditation, things like that. We are going to venture. I'll see how far they'll let me go, actually, because I can see some of the areas. I know I'll be working with Metatron on this, but this is a guided meditation. I'm going to walk you through ancient Lemuria. And you can walk with me. It is a trance session, so I will be walking into trance. On the 14th, we're talking to Leslie Mason. Hi, Leslie. Actually, we'll be talking before that, but it'll be recorded and posted then. On the 15th of this month, we're doing the importance of being centered class. You guys, this is such an important class. People skip centering. And if you watch regularly, you know how important centering is to me. You know, we can ground. And when I was taught to center, this was centering. That was it. And there's so much more to it than that. So if you catch no other class, that is an incredible class. And then on the 19th, we have the live question and answer session. Then on the 22nd, the importance of protection, because that's equally important, if not more. No, I think centering is more important. That's just me. And then on the 26th, you guys, I'm giving Sam, because he's going to be working his tail off the next couple weeks, I will be doing a healing session online. So it will be a video channeled healing session. And then on the 31st is a trance session to Archangel Michael. So I will be leading you up to stand in front of Archangel Michael so you can have a chat. And these are all on the membership. So each level has different things that are on it, but the classes are there and the meditation's there at the 11:11 level, definitely. Okay, moving on. I have to find out where I was again. I'm lost. Oh my gosh, I'm so lost. Hold on. Laura Keating. It's Laura Keating, and the crowd goes wild. Okay. Right? Gidget says, I remember when I was little, someone got her nose. It was always my grandpa. It was always my grandpa. Hmm. Yep. Got your nose. Got your nose. I am looking, you guys, if I am not where you see your name, just know that I'm scrolling up and down, and I'm picking as I go through. Oh, Sonia, the shamanic apprenticeship will the first class will come out September 1st. The first class will be available September 1st. In the next couple days, you'll be able to pre-sign up because there's going to be a limited number of seats in this class. Only because the question and answer day that we do at the end of the month, I don't want it to be so full that we are all overflowed with too many people. If I have to break it up, then I'll do another one in another 6 months. But at this point, there's a limited number of classes, number of spots. Bad reception in Sedona. I'm so sorry. I'm kidding. You have 3 hours before you go on your vacation. Go to sleep. You'll sleep in the car. There you go. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll through here. I flex my gifts fabulously. Thank you. I try to cover bases. I try to cover exactly what they want people to know. And sometimes it's difficult to figure out what your guides want because, it's connecting the dots. Is that Garth Brooks? I Hope You Dance. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? Now that I think about it, that is Garth Brooks. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. I think Sam used to sing that at karaoke. I know, right? Okay, Sam sings beautifully, by the way. When he sings, he sounds like, what's that guy? We went and saw him in concert. Oh, he played the cowboy, you guys. He played the cowboy. This is horrible. This will tell you just how much music I listen to. He played the cowboy in, he had the white shirt and he would stood at the end of the stage and he played for the girl and he was working on her ranch and she didn't know he was a singer. Work with me. What is this? Who is that guy? We went and saw him and Reba in concert. I do remember Reba. We went and saw them in concert and Sam sounds like him when he sings. Yeah, it's really good. What's his name? He's been around forever. Forever. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. It's a Brad Paisley song. I don't know. I don't know. Leanne Womack has one too. I love the sloth. I think it's adorable. Okay. Oh, animal totems. You know what? When we sign up, when I release in the next couple days, when I release the sign up for, Lisa is having such a hard time bringing her words together. That's because I've been working since 7 on this. When I release the sign up, the opt-in for the shamanic class, the very first thing it is a webinar, and I'm taking you guys on a shamanic journey to your animal totems. So the very first thing on the 20th of August, I'm having a webinar, and everybody can join on that, and I will walk everybody through to their spirit guides. So that will be available. It will be on My Mystical Life that you guys can all go join up to it, and it'll give you emails to let you know when it's coming up and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening. And then after that is you can get signed up for the shamanic stuff. Is somebody having migraines to the point where your eyes are funkified? I mean, I'm having a hard time focusing. Aaron Kilmer says the 80s had better cartoons than the ones we do. Hell yeah. The Smurfs, He-Man, the Transformers, She-Ra, all those good things. Yeah, Rainbow Bright, all those things. Val Lucia, If I'm bumping around, you guys don't think that I'm not getting to somebody. I'm going up and down through the feed. Val Lucia. I just need you to know that, I don't know why I have to say it that way. And every day, in every way, you are protected. You have guides that stand with you all the time. Archangel Michael stands with you. Also, I want to talk about, you're not saying some things that you need to be saying. I get this feeling like I really need to talk and I'm not doing it. And Metatron is around you often, high vibration. So if you get headaches, or if you feel any kind of pain in the back of your neck here, that's because you're not maybe listening as efficiently as you could be. And he's trying to get you to pay attention. Metatron can be a little pushy. He can be a little pushy. He is like the father of not the father of archangels, but he's like a dad figure. He helps them figure things out when they need guidance. So while we call him an archangel, he actually vibrates much higher, which gives us a little bit of a disconnect feeling. So if you have anything like that going on, just know that you have higher energies trying to communicate with you. Cheryl Maharaj. I want to talk about Ezekiel, Archangel Ezekiel, and it's really unusual that I get names, by the way. Unless we have Michael or Metatron, I'm usually not giving names, I'm giving colors. But I know Archangel Ezekiel is trotting around for you, and he's just kind of following around, checking out what you're doing, helping adjust your course a little bit. So make sure you check in and see what he is actually the Archangel of, because I suck at that. I'm not really good at that particular thing. So I just know that he actually gave me a name and says pay attention to it. And then when you know what his forte is to help as an angel, then know that that's something that he's bringing change on in your life. I hope that helps. If everybody could share one time, that would be fabulous. Yeah. Thundercats. Oh, I forgot about Thundercats. I did like the Thundercats. Like the Thundercats. What else did we watch when I was a kid? Gosh, I can't remember. Strawberry Shortcake? I don't know. That wasn't really my thing. Do I look like a Strawberry Shortcake kind of girl? Yeah, that's my thing. What else did we watch? I saw a meme on the other day, and they had, and you probably don't remember this, Erin, at all, but there was a program on that, it was an educational program, and kids would get on and be like, zoom, 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 zoom. It's like, it jiggled a memory. I went, oh my gosh, I was in like first grade when that come out. You took the boys to see Monsters, Inc. 4 times because you loved it. I'll tell you what, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out the first time, I went 4 times and saw it, just because I loved when Johnny Depp dove off of that ship off that first movie. I was like, and then Aquaman come out. We don't care anything with Johnny Depp anymore. Oh my God. Laura Keating, you are thrown into the mix on that shamanic practitioner's course. You are in like Flynn, honey. So since you've already been inside the other course, you are automatically rolled over at the old price, because I believe you already paid in full anyway. So you're a shoo-in. You're a shoo-in. Moving on. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Laura Keating says, I love crystals. She just happens to be in Sedona, where she can get tons of them. Laura, there is a great place on the main drag to get crystals. We bought a piece of calcite, orange calcite, like this, huge chunk of that, and a huge chunk of blue calcite as well. So, oh God, there's like a restaurant on the one corner, and then across the street, there's a really great crystal shop. If you go directly across the street from that, there's like bear or some kind of statue out front. It's like right on the main drag, and you go down a couple steps, and right there in the bottom on the left hand side, if you're going out towards the mountains, there is the shop right down there, and there's nothing to look at, but boy, let me tell you, you can get some great crystals down there. Sam wants to go back to Sedona this next year, and yeah, that is where we love going there for crystals. Everything else is so expensive. Okay, moving on. Diana says, I stick my crystal in my bra. Note to self, don't go through the airport with them in there. Or just take your bra off at night when you have crystals on. It sounds like if you're in a hotel room with someone else and they don't know you have crystals on, you take your bra off and all you hear is clunk, 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 clunk. It's weird. Gets weird up in there really quickly. Hey, or I hadn't seen Sam for a long time. I don't know. It was like he had gone someplace and I was walking around and he was at a job and I had crystals in my bra and he come up and men are. And he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Shut up, Frog. Okay, moving on. Scoop Saga. I'm looking. Peanuts. I know you don't see that anymore. You do feed her peanuts? Okay, good. She's a brat. You're sure it's peanuts? Gidget, I was trying to convince my parents to travel to Europe, especially Scotland. My mother's family came from Scotland. He thinks they're too old. My father is 70 something, 72 now. He had his lung transplant at 70, and which is beyond the age what they usually do them. And life is short, and he really understands that. And it is something, because I didn't really meet, and I call him my father because he's not he's my father. He's my biological father, but my dad is my stepdad. He raised me, and it would be like a once in a lifetime opportunity for Bill and I to actually go do something that is just something he wants to do and he's not had the opportunity to do yet. So I hope we are able to do it. Yeah, really cool. It's the mic. It picks up the room sounds and creates a babbling sound. Well, just think that I have a babbling brook behind me, and it's very peaceful. Let's use our imagination. Wait. In your imagination, visualize a babbling brook. Sam, that drives him nuts. He's like, that's the hypnosis sound. Oh gosh. Okay. Moving on. I am really behind. Hold on. I am really behind. Late bloomers. Late bloomers. I'm going to tell you a real quick story about the late bloomers. When I first started doing this, every person that I talked to was like, you're going to be a teacher, right? And I'm like, I am not teacher material. I have too much of an attitude. I don't have patience for people. I just don't see that happening. And my guides then came to me one day and they're like, look at all these people that are blooming so late. They're just these late bloomers that are in need. And I was like, they're like, you're going to call it late blooming. And I went, oh my gosh, that's so corny. And now we have such a great group of people, almost 60 late blooming members in our class in 2 weeks, you guys. Almost 60 people have joined our intuitive development classes. And it's because people are starting to realize just how extraordinary they are, and what people used to think of as, wow, look at that psychic over there. They're special. No, nothing special. Just aware and eyes open and able to pick up the pieces and figure out the puzzle. So that I'm just so humbled and tickled, and I know next year, if this rolls by, when this all rolls by, this whole COVID crap rolls by, we're probably going to have 2 gatherings next year. And that is what Sam and I are. You see the brook? I see the brook. The brook is beautiful. I want to do one in Savannah because I love Savannah. Myself personally, I love Savannah. And then Sam wants to do one in Sedona. So it depends on where he shakes out into a job. But we're really shooting for positive vibrations for him to go back to Tulsa. But we really, once we know what's going on, we're going to have a schedule and we're going to be getting together. So we'll be doing some in-person classes, and boy, let me tell you what, you get us all together in a room to do a meditation, and we are going to all knock each other's socks off, because when you can get a mass meditation going, you guys would be so Brenda Klimo just cracked me up. She's like, "Look, crystals turn me on." I just can't even keep a train of thought here. But when we all get together and we can do a meditation all in one spot, you guys are just there's gonna be a whole new awareness of what humans are capable of doing. Even with our physicality, we are able to transcend so much. It's crazy. And when you add energy together, it's amazing. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I love to you took your nephew to Batman 9 times. Right. The electric company. Yes. Yes. Thundercats. The Flintstones and the Jetsons, right? Yes, yes. Zoom, 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 zoom. Just the Ninja Turtles. Now, I wasn't into the Ninja Turtles. I didn't watch the Ninja Turtles. I just didn't. Let's see. Hi, Leister. I had a migraine today. Lost lots of energy going in. Yeah, there's lots of energy going on. Make sure you're grounded out really good, you guys. With this full moon energy, we have a lot of new stuff coming in. In our next newsletter, we're going to be so incredibly blessed because Tammy Manzo is going to be giving us the highlights of the astrology for the next month in front of us. So that's something to look for in the newsletter. Whether you're in the membership or not, the newsletter's coming out. That's going to be in there. So also links to get to Tammy because Tammy's amazing. But I think that's just really important information to have. And she also will do a reading for you that will give you an idea of like what you have coming up energetically and what days to watch out for, what days to do certain things on and not. So I need to set up my appointment with her. I keep procrastinating. I always get really nervous about getting readings, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the reader. It's, am I ready to hear things? I know, right? Isn't that crazy? Am I ready to hear things? And it's because when I first started, I also tracked a little bit because I had probably 3 or 4 readings when I first started. And every single person I talked to said, whatever you do with this, you're going to do readings. And I was like, oh no, I'm not. And then they would go, but whatever you say is going to be heard by a lot of people. Oh my God, really? No, here's me today. This is me right now going, oh shit. Oh my God. Do you realize that I didn't realize until right now? That anyhow, look at, I blushed. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? But they intimidated me with, this is going to be amazing. You are going to do this and it's going to be so great. And it gave me anxiety. So I kind of pulled back, and I never really thought about the trickle effect of where we are, of where we are. Not that I'm in front of a ton of people, but that people are actually listening, and that there are so many incredible people out there that are opening up in this moment. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Linda Champagne's itching to see Savannah. You know what? Oh, you live in Savannah. Carol lives in Savannah. We're actually talking about Savannah seriously, even if it's not with Sam, because he'll be working. I know that at least one of the things that we do over the next year is going to be probably just me, because Sam's going to be at his job. But Savannah to me is not about the little shops and all that stuff. It's the feel. The first time I went to Savannah, I walked down the streets like a tourist. The second time I went to Savannah, I walked down the streets as an intuitive. And it was totally different. So when you open your eyes and you start to really pay attention to the energy around you, and you're walking down the street and you feel somebody walking next to you and you have no idea who it is, but you know they're there. It's just, for me, it was really creepy because I had just really started to open up. Now I know that I can go, do you need help transitioning? Are you stuck? Which is part of shamanism, by the way, you guys. Are you stuck? Do you need help? Can I help you move across? And offer that. And sometimes you just run into residual stuff, you know, just playing over and over and over like a memory. But intelligent stuff will follow you. It's really kind of cool. Okay, moving on. Moving on. You're interested in the late bloomers group. Okay, I'm going to post the links. They're at the very bottom right now. The late bloomers group, just the membership is the one at the top. The second one is the free Claire class. It tells you what your Claires are, how to identify what your Claires are. And the third one is the shamanic journey class. Those will all lead you to, all those links will lead you to the late bloomers membership, but the other two have free classes as well. Okay. You walk Savannah every day. I know you do, Amy. You walk it though. It's such a spirited city. It is. I love the statuary in the cemeteries. And I have a story about, that's how you felt when you went to Maui. I haven't been to Maui yet, but man, I do love it here. You did the ghost tour in Savannah. I did too. I got in trouble for it. It's a story. You love the interview. Looking forward. Tammy and I go, and when I tell you we go way back, I mean we go back to lifetimes. And when we just start talking, it's just, we have a lot of fun. Yeah, I know. Sam better find a way. It is, he is my sugar daddy. God, I hope he's not on here because I will not live that down. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Okay. Sarah says, oh my God, that's how I feel. Given a great mission and I'm here with 5 kids and a super hyper husband, wondering how it all fits. There's lessons all over, man. There's lessons all over. I understand. More and more people are looking for a deeper meaning to everything that's happening in the world right now. Megan Gillard. Why can't I say that? Gillard. Whew, Lisa, you do speak English, right? Last I checked. Okay. Megan Gillard. I want to talk to you about an animal totem. I actually have a stork for you. Not like, ooh, we're delivering a baby stork, but a stork in the same sense. It is flying, which means something. When I see an animal in an animal totem and I'm working, what they're doing means something. The color of them means something. The age of them means something. And the fact that this one's flying, just heading to where they're talking about new journeys for you. You're going to be on to new things. You are going to be working on detail-oriented type of things. So it's almost as if they're like, you have to look below the surface of some stuff and other people will miss it and you are the one that's going to catch it. So they're saying, make sure you're paying attention to the details because this is really something that can take you someplace. And if you feel as if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, wait for something to drop in your lap because it will. And I almost feel like there's some writing involved with it. So if there's a job or if you're writing a book or you're writing memoirs or something like that, make sure that you're paying attention to the details because it has the capacity to roll forward greatly. Okay, hope that helps. Okay, Mr. Magoo was awesome. I liked Grape Ape. I loved Grape Ape. Anybody else watch Grape Ape? Grape Ape, Grape Ape. Or Hong Kong Phooey. Brittany Lynch, I had dreams I was talking and hearing spirit. I believe I really was. It was an amazing feeling. Full moon definitely helped. If you are, you feel like that was authentic, make sure you write it down because you'll eventually forget. Spirit communication does not last in our brain. Our brain is only geared to hold cognizant, provable stuff. And a lot of times when we are, and that's why intuitives don't remember that stuff afterwards. I'll get emails all the time, you guys. All the time I get emails. Hey, you did a reading for me today and you said XYZ. Can you give me more information on that? And I'm like, I don't even remember what I said. So, and I don't know if people think I'm like maybe making that up, but I'm like a blank. I'm blank. So make sure you write it down. Jenna says the time difference screws with being in your classes. They're all recorded. They're all recorded. The late bloomers that we do in the Zoom, that class is already closed and that ends on the 15th of September. The classes that we're talking about are the membership and it is 24 hours a day pate. Two things. First, something new. Something new that I brought in. Janice Robinson is here and may ask for a little reading for. You said two things. That's one. And two. There we are. Woohoo! You have 3 hours working. She gets home. Isis gets home. I haven't even seen Janice Robertson. Janice Robertson. How have I missed her? I'm scrolling. Oh, there she is. So Janice, I want to talk about this feeling I have on my right side. I keep seeing, this is the oddest thing. I keep seeing like dum-dum suckers, like suckers. And I keep feeling like a male presence over on my right-hand side. I almost feel like this person may have had some sort of circulatory issue, maybe a mild stroke or something like that. I'm wondering if this is somebody you can validate as you would remember within. And I feel like it was maybe not a father, but somebody a little bit more distant than that, but somebody that should trigger a memory. Can you remember somebody with suckers that you remember fondly from maybe childhood? Because I feel like he was handing out suckers at childhood. That's the impression I get, and I get this pressure here on my head, and so I know that there was some sort, maybe even an embolism or something along those lines that caused either debilitation or a passing moment. Can you validate something like that? I'm having to scroll down so I can see. It's good to know. No excuses during class. Now, you know what? That's so funny because as I'm putting together this shamanic apprenticeship class, that is one of the things that is really big in what I'm writing about it. How many times do we need to have someone put a great big sign in front of us that says, "Here's your sign." And this is not just for you, Jenna. I'm not preaching. I swear I'm not. But this is what it took for me. I had someone say, how many times do you have to listen to somebody say, "This is your sign," before you take that one step? That one step. Because the one step, the scary one, after you do that, everything's gravy. Everything's gravy after that. So that is just, I don't know. That's just what I had a lot of people hit me over the head going, "Here's your sign." And I kept going, "What sign? I don't see a sign." Until I did. And then I've not looked back, and I've loved every second of it, and okay, wait a minute. That's a lie. I have had rough spots just like everybody else. And yeah, they're outside. Anyways, they're great kids. And so you'd like that. At least they're not beating on the wall with their feet. But I hit roadblocks, and I hit bumps, and I hit I can't, and I don't, and I won't, and buts, and I hit all those things, and then something clicked. Oh, it was Metatron. That's really what it was. Bill Engvall? What about Bill Engvall? What are you talking about? I'm curious. If a person has had a stroke and can't communicate verbally or has Alzheimer's, can you communicate with them like you do with someone that has passed? I'm sure there is somebody that can. That would be more along the lines of telepathy, which I do on occasion do with Sam. And it's because we are so close. I think there has to be a closeness. So somebody that is close to the person, and I understand, I do, because my grandfather had Alzheimer's. And I have a wonderful story about this, if you guys want to hear it. I call myself a late bloomer, but I started to notice when I was young, after my grandfather passed away, and I had his wind chimes in the corner of my bedroom. that his wind chimes would go off every once in a while in my bedroom that had no vent there. And that's when I first started to, and then my mom and dad like, oh, you're crazy. But I think when you have somebody that has an issue like that and you're close to them, there is a level of cognizant moments that you can communicate. Because you still have to get past the brain waves. You still have to get past the disability to be able to communicate, because their brain is not functioning quite as well. So you have to kind of really be in the moment with them. And it's, I really. Signs, signs, everywhere a sign. Mine too. My guides get so frustrated with me. So frustrated. They're like, Lisa, you should meditate more. And I'm like, you know what? You want to do this? Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was said at the perfect time. I was just talking with my roommate about me bringing his grandpa through. And you said that after he admitted to a 2x4 moment. After he admitted to a 2x4 moment. Oh, Bill Engvall? Oh, you see, when I hear signs, signs everywhere sign, I think of like a song. That's what I think of. Here's your sign. But I do get that too. Just like nonverbal kids, they can communicate. They communicate with siblings, right? Almost like twin speak. Okay, so y'all, I hope Brittany Lynch We're talking about attaining things that you have laid out as goals within the next year. If there's something you haven't quite reached yet, they're talking about there's a goal you're going to achieve in the next year. Something you want to do or have. And they just show you pulling a star out of the sky for it. I have no idea. So Janice, I'm going to assume that is not somebody that rings a bell with you. What I can say is, I don't know. I keep seeing hard candies in a glass jar, suckers, almost feels like a doctor's office, actually. Just kind of sit and think about it, because it may be that it rings a little bit later. And it's really funny because I was watching something, and you guys will know, if you guys have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I really could fangirl over James Van Praagh. I think he's fantastic. I love what he does. I want to be like him. I want to do as good as he does. And he was sitting there talking to a girl trying to bring across messages, and he kept telling her a name, and she kept going, I don't know anybody by that name. I have no idea by that name. And the girl was sitting there next to him, next to the other girl, her sister was sitting there, and he's like, you don't know anybody? We'll just use the name Bobby. You don't know Bobby? Bobby's like, they keep saying Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. And she's like, I don't know a Bobby. And finally her sister leans over and goes, your name is Bobby. It was awesome, but that's what happens. We get a brain flutter. We're going to call it a flutter sometimes. So if hopefully it's someone that rings a bell later on. I really, really hope so, because that person is actually pretty adamant. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do one session of mediumship. If everybody could share one time, that would be fabulous. Because I'm not sure that the person I don't know. I'm just feeling really pulled to do a piece of mediumship. We all down with a piece of mediumship? Hey, holla. So the rules for mediumship, everybody. I don't do it very often online. I do it every once in a while. By the way, everything I talk about, you can find at My Mystical Life. I've been horrible at doing my spiel today. This is the links for the ongoing monthly intuitive development class that we have, you guys. But I'm really pulled to do mediumship today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the rules. The rules are, if you say yes, give me the validation. So if I say Great Aunt Gidget had a purple hat, you can go, yes, purple hat. Okay. Don't give me any more information than what I put out. I don't want to be clouded up with somebody saying, okay, and then you lead me down a path. I don't. All right, Janice, I hope that rings with you because it really feels relevant. Really feels relevant to something. Ask some people about it and say, can you remember anybody that handed out suckers? And see what they say. So yes, and the piece of evidence, no, and I don't know. If you don't have to know every single piece of evidence, but you have to know like 90%. You have to be able to take like 90% of this information or 95. Don't just go, oh yeah, well that one piece of evidence makes sense to me. No, you have to be able to take most of it. Okay. So yes, with that little piece of validation that I talk about, knows and I don't knows, and I don't want any more information because then that gives me a, I don't want to know. I want to do this so that you guys know that I didn't follow something down a rabbit hole. Okay. Great Aunt Gidget's head. Great Aunt Gidget's purple hat. I always use that one. And then I have people that go, I have a Great Aunt Gidget. I had a Great Aunt Gidget. And I'm like, really? So yes, no's, I don't knows, and a little piece of validation with the yes, if you could, just so that I know where you're at within the reading. If it doesn't pertain to you, you don't have to comment at all. Just enjoy the fact that somebody else is getting a message. If you're out, if you're like, okay, there's two pieces of information I can't take, then just say, I'm out. Okay, just say, I'm out. It's okay. And enjoy that somebody else is getting a message. Merslava, I'm supposed to tell you doves, and I'm supposed to tell you olive branches, and I almost feel like there's a disconnect with somebody, that different thought processes, and somebody needs to pass an olive branch and create some peace within some situation. That's what they want you to know. Okay, so let's continue on. Don't forget, you guys, everything I talk about, you can find at My Mystical Life, and the links that are up here for joining the Late Bloomers Ongoing Intuitive Development, $11.11 a month. You can almost buy a thing of Starbucks coffee 2 times for that, you guys. Not trying to make you go out of caffeine and all, but there we go. Okay, moving on. So let us see who we have. So I have a male energy right out the gate, you guys, right out the gate. I have to tell you, he's not terribly old. How old are we? He's kind of snarky. He's sassy, we'll say that. You're going to be difficult. So I'm going to go in the 50 to 60 range. I could almost go 45 to 60. I know it's a very broad span of time, but he's snarky. So he's very cocky. He's angry. Okay, let me say this. This is the attitude that he's giving me to let people know who he is. On the other side, this is not the energy that he will represent, okay? The way he's coming across so people will know who he is by giving a little bit of attitude and a little bit of snarkiness. So on the other side, there's all love, light, and rainbows, but he's just giving evidence of who he is. So far, I have a gentleman that is 45 to 60. And the other thing I can tell you, and I'm so sorry, is, yeah, right, be nice to me, is I feel a hotness, and it's so backwards on my face. So don't trust what side of the face you see this on, but a path. So I almost feel like this was a military vet, you guys. I feel like this was a military veteran that might have had PTSD, was not easily relatable, couldn't be talked to very easily, and may have attempted or was successful with ending his own life. Can anybody take him? I see he wore a gun. He had a, maybe, I don't know if he had a concealed carry, I don't know, but he definitely shows himself with a gun. I have 2 yeses. Out. I know if we can say out on this one, you're very blessed. You know, I have 2 yeses. Nope, you're out. Okay, Brenda. Diana. So I'm going to continue on this and see how far out. Can anybody else take this? This gentleman. This person was high anxiety. Let's put it this way: high functioning anxiety. I'm sorry, Diana. I get this. Do you understand what I'm talking about when I get this heat that comes across my face? Do you understand what I'm talking about? The reason I have this pain in my ear, it's very loud. You understand? Okay. Can I because I feel the gun is very relevant to the reading. Is that, can you collaborate that? Can you validate that? And I hate to ask, and I'm so sorry. Because if you give me a yes, I'm not going to go any further down that vein. Okay. With the gun, I'm assuming. Because that's the feeling that I have with this. And so I want to go forward from what he shows. That this is what he shows. Okay. There's a moment when walking. Okay. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I just want to be sure that that's exactly what I'm experiencing, because I actually feel that. I feel the heat, and I feel the sound of the gun. And so when we're bringing energies like this across, this is what he wants you to know. There was a point when he set that gun down. There was a point where he set that gun down and he thought. And some of the things that, and I'm so sorry, some of the things that went through his mind were enough to keep him in the here and now. But there were other influences, like he could not get past the voices in his head, or he couldn't get past the visions in his head. And as soon as he set that gun down and thought about things, those started even louder. So he made that choice, and it had absolutely nothing to do with anybody on this side. No matter what he told himself, what he told other people, anything like that, it was the trauma that was reoccurring within his energetic field. So you could call it PTSD, you can call it whatever you want. but that trauma within his energetic field is what he could not get past. And there was a lot of things he didn't talk about. He didn't say a lot of the things that he was experiencing, and he just couldn't take it anymore. And he did what he did. And I don't know who he is to you. I have no idea who he is to you, but please make sure you tell somebody that he put that gun. I hate this is a horrible. I'm just dying here because I can feel his emotions. He put that gun down because he loved somebody or some people. I see you said he had children so much that he put it down, and he thought. And then this got louder, and he couldn't take it, and he almost couldn't tell between reality and something else. He was a Navy recovery diver. Okay. And he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. Something in his energetic field is just, he couldn't do it. But just let those people know that need to know it, that he is watching and loving and trying to help shape decisions and help lay things in front of people that is going to be beneficial to them. And on the other side, everything is so beautiful and everything is different, and there's so much clarity that it's incredible. I don't know if there's anybody named Sarah that's associated to anything, but I keep hearing the name Sarah. So I don't know if that's anybody, but I don't know if I'm actually hearing somebody else or if there's a Sarah involved. I have no idea. I'm not really great at bringing up names, but I just keep hearing a Sarah. So just know that is, he's showing so much pain, so no more pain, so much love. And he in turn now is just there to help guide. So I hope that whoever needs that information, it is helpful for them to feel a little bit better, because I can't, I just can't. I'm sorry. Okay. And with that, I'm waiting to see if she knows who a Sarah is, because and his youngest daughter just got married. And as you say that, I've got goosebumps everywhere, like, oh, she's not standing there alone. She's not alone. Whether she went and stood in front of a judge or she went and had a big wedding, he's like, no, I'm there. It's all good. I know I stopped him once, but I'm sure he is me and his sister. Okay. All right. I hope that's helpful. And I am going to make my husband dinner, y'all. I know you don't hear that very often. He likes to cook, that's why. So I let him do it. I hope that helps. Yeah, right, Leslie, not enough words to show how much love he has for everybody in his family. It's so different from the other side, you guys. So different. So, well, kind of COVID style. I know, everybody's living in a COVID reality at the moment. That'll pass. It'll pass. I hope that helps. And everybody, I'm gonna let you go. So yeah, I'm cooking chicken. It's nothing spectacular. It's chicken. All right, guys. Everybody, enjoy life. No matter what you're doing, whether you're trapped in a house or you just go outside, put your feet in the grass, find something to smile about. Well, thank you. I love what I do, you guys. It is, I just love what I do. And it brings me into a better mood. So find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.